Hey, what is up, guys? Tyler here with Secureteam, and welcome to the Secureteam Q&A. For the first time, I am going to be answering some of the most pressing questions that you guys have put forth for me, Tyler, the creator of this channel. We've never done this before, and you know what? I'd like you guys to get to know me a little bit and, answer some of the questions you guys have had. So recently on our last video, we got a ton of questions in the comments section where I announced this Q&A, and we'll just kind of go down the line, starting with some of the more simple questions first. We'll discuss various topics. All of the answers will be a little bit more simplified. We could talk for hours about some of this stuff, but for the sake of time constraints, we'll just keep it simplified, and I'll do my best to answer as thoroughly and simply as possible. So let's go ahead and get started. One of the most common questions that I get comes from Rihanna Banana, who says, "What made you start this channel? What sparked your interest on this topic?" Well, I created this channel, I think it was back in around 2011. I had been researching this topic on my own. The interest in the topic, I guess you could say, was that just like many of you guys, I started watching videos online, going to various websites after, I'm sure, seeing a documentary about aliens or UFOs on TV and wanted to investigate further. As many of you know, this is a very addictive topic, a very interesting topic. I mean, it's one of the most taboo, bizarre, intriguing, mind-bending fields of research that one can jump into, and I think I really just developed a love, really, for the topic. And at the time, there were maybe a couple channels who were posting videos about it, and I just decided, like many other people, to start a channel. I think I chose the name Secureteam, and that's another question. What does Secureteam mean? Well, I'm proud to say that it really doesn't mean anything. It just sounded cool at the time. The 10 at the end of it, I think I used because Secureteam was taken, so I created Secureteam 10. That's what stuck, and it's just kind of one of those names that doesn't have a meaning. So I started the channel. I began simply posting videos with my opinions on things, my own research that I really hadn't seen any videos on, and really had no desire for the channel to become some sort of big outlet or to grow subscribers. I mean, of course, I wanted people to watch, but at that time, I really didn't have any sort of grand plan to build the channel into what it has become today. So it was really just an outlet for me to research, to put forth some new ideas in the early stages of the channel, and just get some feedback. It was basically just for the love of the topic and putting something out there where another person could watch that too and say, hey, I was thinking the exact same thing. So to answer your question, why such an interest in this topic? Because it's interesting. Ismail Goodby asks, have you ever seen a UFO in real life? And also, are you aware that the men in black most likely are watching or spying on you? Well, first of all, I actually have seen a UFO. I have had my own grand UFO experience. This was back in the mid-90s when I was probably 11 or 12. It was summertime. It was probably about 11 o'clock at night, and at that time, I lived in an apartment complex. So we had a pool, a public pool for everyone to use. So I think I was out swimming, hanging out with some friends. They went home, and as I left the pool, I looked up. It was dark out, beautiful, clear sky. You could see the stars, and I witnessed what I could only describe as a saucer-shaped craft in the sky. I know what I saw. It was a silver, metallic-looking saucer, and it was spinning high up in the sky. I remember seeing it up there very faintly, and I can recall running home, telling my mother, who also came out and saw it, and we got out our old VHS video camera. and started recording it. And I actually do have a recording of it. Both me and my mother were completely shocked. It was very, I don't know, it was a real cool thing. You know, we weren't scared. We were just kind of dumbstruck and excited. And that videotape is actually in a box somewhere. I know it's stored away. I haven't seen it for years, but I am going to try to find it, and hopefully one day soon we'll be able to post it on the channel. Now, as for the Men in Black and or some sort of secret organization watching me or what I'm doing on the channel, I definitely think that you'll always have the possibility of being watched, especially when you're talking about a topic that is taboo, that has been documented to have been covered up numerous times. And in fact, we know that the government has these programs that were created specifically to not only monitor dissidents and people that the government doesn't agree with, but to also slander them, to utilize social media and other forms of online outlets to discredit them or hurt their causes or their channels or their organizations. And I think that you will get that anytime you are trying to tackle a subject that involves government cover-ups at the highest levels and a documented history of keeping these things from the public. So I firmly believe that we're being watched, that I'm being watched, and that my videos are being watched. I don't think there's any doubt about it, especially with the popularity that we've grown to. So I would have to say yes. Jules17 asks, do you do all of your work by yourself, or have you a staff working for you, or friends helping? By the way, as a newcomer to your channel, I'm riveted by your show. Well, thank you very much, Jules. As to the first question, yes, I do run and operate this channel by myself. Now, of course, I work with, I've worked with thousands of people. I work with all of you guys. I talk to you guys. I email with you. I chat with you. This channel would not be what it is today without the help of all of the countless people who have contributed information, videos, and have aided in this research. But as far as the channel goes, I operate it. I started it. I narrate. I edit the narration. I edit the videos, put them together, put it all together, and make it all work, and, operate the channel, check emails every day, hundreds of emails coming in, monitor my social medias, chat with you guys. I mean, it really is a time-consuming job, and I probably should have help, because it can be overwhelming. And you guys would not imagine how much time it can take to create a 15 or a 20-minute video. On average, it usually takes me 3 or 4 hours to create a simple 20-minute long video, and that includes narrating, editing down the narration, making everything fit together, researching, checking emails, analyzing footage, putting all of that into a video editor, and editing all of that together, rendering it, uploading it, and everything else that comes with it. So it's very time-consuming. But you know what? I just don't trust anyone else to run the channel. So I love doing this, and I'm pretty happy where things are. So I'm very glad that you are enjoying the channel. Fonzie asks, how do you know when the footage that you receive is real or not? This is another big question that I get asked a lot. And while it is true that, obviously, everyone knows it's true, that there's channels out here that are making a living by posting hoaxed UFO videos, fakes, and, that's what they do. I've tried not to target these channels. I don't want to use my channel as a forum to start wars with other YouTubers. And I just try to keep my videos made with integrity, and honestly, I do my best to filter out the real from the not. And, over the years, I have developed a real eagle eye. I can spot a fake from a mile away. I can spot CGI fakes from a mile away. It doesn't matter how you make it. I can spot it. I look at a number of factors when analyzing and deciding to use any certain piece of footage. And it all starts from interviewing, feeling them out, listening to their story, asking them questions, making sure things check out, analyzing their videos, and checking said videos for any signs of tampering or, just anything that just doesn't seem right. And it's a process, and you learn it over the years. I was probably at the very beginning of the channel, like most people, not very good at spotting fakes. And I know there's a lot of people out there who are watching some of these videos, which I can tell right away are fakes without even seeing them more than 3 seconds, but that other people are emailing me and asking me if they are real and who are thinking that some of these videos are real. So it's very easy to be fooled, especially if you don't know what to look for and you don't have experience in seeing, thousands of videos and being able to develop an eye for what's real and what's not. And I've prided myself on developing talent for spotting these things, and to be honest, I really don't get a whole lot of people trying to send me in fake footage. There is such an abundance of real, legitimate, mysterious footage out there and stories to report on that, any fakes that come in, if I do come across one, like I said, I can usually tell within a couple of seconds, and it goes right into the trash bin. And I will not post it unless I am 100% sure that it's on the level. Now, of course, when it comes to UFOs and this subject, nothing is ever 100%. But you use your common sense, you use your eyes, your ears, and you make a judgment call. And I think we've done a pretty good job at that. So, yeah, there are plenty of legitimate sightings happening every day, and that's what we report on. Let's see. User Mary Robin says, "I'm in love with you." Well, hey now. Gosh, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm blushing, but thank you. I am perfectly fine with you loving me, as long as I don't find you peeking through my bedroom window at night or following me to the grocery store. Then we may have problems. Aka Camus, or Camus, asks, "Secureteam, will you do a face reveal?" Well, I sure will, buddy, and I already have. I actually posted a video, I think it was a couple months back, where I am actually recording myself in a video, talking to you guys, and revealing my face in all of its splendor. For those of you who didn't see that, here's a picture of me here, sitting at the computer. I just took it moments before I recorded this video. That's me, just a normal guy. Well, strike that. I'm normal, but I don't know if I'm that normal. Anybody who's watched my channel, I've been called weird before a time or two. Let's just leave it that way. But no, I think I'm a normal guy, and yeah, here I am in all my splendor. All right, so if you want to check out that face reveal, I will put it down in the video description. Mr. Garner asked 3 questions, first of which, what do you look like? Please refer to the aforementioned face reveal. Question 2, did you really trick or treat until you were 26 or 27? And question 3, if I ate myself, would I double in size or disappear completely? Well, you know what, Mr. Garner? It's questions like this that really do keep me up nights. And to answer your second question here, no, I did not trick or treat until I was 26 or 27. I wish I had, and I'm very seriously thinking of going trick or treating this year. But no, I think I quit trick or treating back when I was about 13 or 14, and yeah, now I'm walking around with my little boy as he trick or treats. So the roles have kind of reversed. Now, if you ate yourself, would you double in size or disappear completely? Well, I don't think either would happen, Mr. Garner. Disappearing would be closer to what would happen. You're not actually adding any extra matter to yourself by eating yourself. Of course, you can't eat yourself entirely. However, there are certain species of worms that can digest up to 95% of their body mass and still survive. So, best advice I can give is try it and see what happens and report your findings directly. Danielle Sale asks, any conspiracies based or from New Zealand? Well, as a matter of fact, there are, Danielle. I mean, we have gotten a lot of mysterious footage coming out of New Zealand, and there have been some very strange things that have happened throughout history. Off the top of my head, one of probably the biggest UFO incidents that I can recall, the Keiko Lights, which is the name given by the New Zealand media to a series of UFO sightings that occurred in December of 1978 over the skies above the Kaikoura mountain ranges in the northeast of New Zealand's South Island. The first sightings were made on December 21st when a crew aboard a cargo aircraft began observing a series of strange lights moving in the distance, which seemed to follow along with their aircraft for several minutes before disappearing and then reappearing elsewhere. The UFOs were described to be very large. They had 5 white flashing lights that were visible on the craft. Some people say that they could see some little discs drop from the UFO, then disappear. The pilots described some of the lights to be the size of a house and others small but flashing brilliantly. These objects also appeared on air traffic control radar in Wellington and also on the aircraft's onboard radar. On December 30th, 1978, a television crew from Australia recorded this video you're seeing here during a flight to Christchurch, where these unidentified lights once again appeared and were observed by 5 people that were a part of this news crew on the flight deck. It was investigated after much controversy, and it remains to this day one of the most well-documented UFO sightings in New Zealand's history. And of course, just like our own government here in America, the New Zealand Ministry of Defense attributed the sightings to, quote, lights from squid boats reflected off clouds, or lights being reflected from planet Venus. Go figure. Rafa Gomez asks, do you think Hillary, if elected, will show that aliens are real? My honest answer? No, I don't think so. Of course, we've talked before about the fact that Hillary Clinton, the Democratic presidential nominee, has stated in the past that if she is elected, that she will, quote, get to the bottom of the UFO phenomenon and the alleged contact between our governments and extraterrestrials. However, like most politicians, they will promise you the world just to get elected. We've heard it before, and it's 2016 and we still haven't had disclosure. We've still had nothing made public about this phenomenon, and I highly doubt that any politician is going to make the disclosure of this cover-up a major priority. But I could be wrong. I guess only time will tell. NinjaKnacks asks, why would the government hide aliens? Well, like any government in power today, they all have their agendas. One of the biggest concerns with revealing to the world the existence of otherworldly beings would first and foremost be the religious ramifications. There would likely be a complete breakdown of religions across the world, leading to public unrest, wars, conflicts, where you would have billions of people unable to grasp what they have just learned, information that does not coincide and that conflicts with their religious beliefs. And honestly, the government has always had the attitude that we are simply not adult enough to know the truth. We are all children in their eyes who can't handle it. And furthermore, they have other reasons for hiding this. They have secret projects and technology that they have recovered that is in their best interest to keep quiet. So there's a lot of reasons. But all in all, I think the powers that be want to keep the populations dumbed down, ignorant in their happy little lives, none the wiser to what's going on. And I guess ignorance truly is bliss for a lot of people. And you know what? This topic still has a long way to go. It's still continually being mocked by the mainstream media and a lot of people. So again, only time will tell whether the government will change its mind on this matter. Gary Joseph asks, When crack cocaine is sold legally to the public, you want to see aliens? Smoke some crack and look in the mirror. WTF. Well, Gary, and I want to thank you for putting forth such a well-formed, intelligent, thoughtful question. It's the type of question that really makes you have to do some soul-searching. But my best guess would be that you yourself likely took a huge rip off the crack pipe before typing this message. So I guess you would probably be able to best answer that one yourself. So maybe you could reply back with what you found out. All right? So let's see. We'll get one or two more questions. Dimitri Sanchez says, "Hi Tyler, I am a subscriber since you started this channel, and on the beginning, I thought it would not last long, but you kept fighting, making videos, and you built a very, very good channel. Well, thank you. So, congrats for that. Keep the news coming, and I hope you can grow bigger. My question for you is, and this has been one of the biggest debates since the starting point of your channel. Some can see it as a personal question, but despite, it is a very important point, and I think many of us want to know the answer. What is your favorite color?" Well, I can't 100% corroborate this, but my secret sources have told me that my favorite color is blue. I'm still in the process of chasing down leads, some more eyewitness testimony, and some real documented evidence that would confirm that my favorite color is blue, but I'll have to get back to you on that. Now, last but not least, we'll go ahead and answer one more question here. Melosa Fee asks, "Do you think that the New World Order and other stuff like that exist? Also, what is your favorite superhero?" Well, I think that, the easy answer to that would be yes. I do believe that there is a New World Order, a secretive power elite with a globalist agenda, who are conspiring to rule the world, control all of the banks, many of which they do. I mean, what this is describing is basically what we are dealing with as we speak. You do have a very powerful, elite, secretive class of people who have made deals with the devil and created an intricate network of power and connections, propped up by their further control, using the banks and the government and the politicians to get what they want done. And you know what? We have had countless people, famous people, military personnel speak out against the New World Order, the Illuminati. Many of our very own presidents have been members of these secret societies, and there's a whole list of them. So that's a whole nother video that we would have to do to break down the question of these secret societies and this New World Order that I believe can be witnessed by anyone who truly looks at the people pulling the strings behind the scenes, the people behind the banks, the people who are waging wars, creating wars for their own little agendas. So I think there's a lot of truth to it. Now, last but not least, my favorite superhero, I would have to say, is RoboCop. Now, many of you youngins today might not know what RoboCop is, but if you do, you know what I'm talking about. You have not seen a badass until you've watched RoboCop, with the gun popping out of his leg, taking out the bad guys, bullets ricocheting off of him. There's nothing like seeing a half-man, half-robot fighting bad guys, drug lords, and other robots. So, check that movie out if you haven't seen it. I'd pick RoboCop over Superman any day. So, thank you guys for all of your questions. It's been fun answering them, and we are going to have many more Q&A videos. I mean, this is just the beginning. I have a whole nother list of questions. So, if you have your own question, email it over to me or post it in the comments, and we will gear up for a future Q&A video, probably next week sometime. All right, so again, I hope you guys could learn a little bit about me and what I'm like, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the channel and have continued to support the work that I'm doing here and that we are all doing together. So thank you guys for all stopping by. Be sure to like and subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you back in just a bit. Stay safe, guys.